Well, here we go. This was supposed to be a simple pull down some paneling, remud the sheetrock, repaint, put a new floor down, and get this house ready to put back on the market. Andrew gets the first sheet down, and it's not looking really bad. The tape definitely needs to be retaped, so we can handle that. We got a little ahead of ourselves and started throwing stuff out the window before we got the trailer down there to haul all this stuff off. Okay, I'm not going to lie. This is looking a whole lot worse than I thought it was going to be. And we had a long discussion about what needed to happen next. We kept removing paneling and talking about the best way to approach this. And at that point, we decided everything needs to come off the walls and the ceiling. Case in point, what's behind box number 1? A box had been flattened and attached to the wall with thumbtacks. Gee, I wonder what it hid. Oh, yes, I have to assume that there was a heater in this room at some point because on the other side of this hole, there used to be a chimney, which I had torn out many years ago. I don't know why we didn't go ahead and get that trailer put down there to begin with, but when we started tearing stuff out, we didn't check up until we realized what a mess we had. My sister stopped by to check our progress, and she kind of leaned up against this wall, and she's like, geez, do you realize how unsturdy it is? Now we know why. This was the defining moment when we decided all the walls were going to come down. It would take us several days to make that happen. I was on the fence of how I was going to use this space, but once that decision was made, I haven't regretted it 1 minute. We decided to move on to room 3, which had a small bathroom attached to it. The creepiest bathroom I've ever seen. I hated that space. I only opened that door maybe 3 to 5 times in the 20-something years I've lived here. At this point, we discovered no insulation. They only had it in the ceiling area where the knee walls were. Shocker. If you'll notice, the door on the right is the one I salvaged for the island. Do you want to know how easy it is to remove 70-something-year-old sheetrock? Just look at that little 5-gallon bucket right there. We ended up having to take the majority of it out piece by piece. This room was on the western side of the house and gets a whole lot of sun in the evenings. And let me just tell you, I wanted to cry every time we started tearing yet one little tiny piece at a time. But we hung in there and got it done finally. Every time we started working up there, I thought to myself, what in the world have I gotten myself into? And then, believe it or not, there were still more surprises to come. On a brighter note, my son and I had long, thoughtful conversations about what I was going to do up here, what would be the best way to make use of this space. Should I put another bathroom in here? I mean, the list went on and on and on because at this point, I knew I was fixing to have to spend some serious cash to get this right, like I wanted it to, and we had plenty of time to discuss it. So now the simple redo job has turned into tear everything out, completely redo, Cat 6 cable for internet, lighting, insulation, new flooring, and a mini split. And don't forget the electric. This wasn't on my dance card, but here we go. Did I mention the thousands of nails we pulled? Stay tuned for this and more on Hidden Treasures.